Hey guys, you won't be seeing my face in this video. You may be happy about that since I look like a hot mess today after going to the pool. You know I gotta throw those jokes in there. You gotta see Bella right now. She's so cute. I'm sorry, sometimes I have pretty bird syndrome. But anyways, today I have this on my computer because I'm about to show you guys what I do with my business activity tracker every day. And I know that this is already in part of our training that you've gone through, and you do get a brief description of the business activity tracker and how it works, but I really just wanted to focus on how much this keeps me on track. And there's been many changes and additions to my bat. I call it the bat. So if you hear me say bat, that's what I'm talking about. That I have done, and I looked back and I started using my bat actually 1 year ago, last August. And when I was working my full-time job, this was perfect because it helped to keep me on track, and I knew that if I did everything on that checklist every day, then I gave it my all and I did what I could because, I was working 8-hour days, sometimes more than that. And my bat, when I was working then, it would only take me about 30 minutes to an hour to do everything on there. And within the BAT, we have the 3 vital behaviors, which you guys all know about: inviting, being a product, or proof the product's work, and our personal development. And then also, oh, I just said the last one, sorry. You can tell I need some sleep. Kind of losing my mind right now. But anyways, I'll get right into it with the business activity tracker, and we'll show you guys what mine looks like and some of the things that I've added. And I know that I did this for y'all before in a video and you couldn't really see it, so I'm hoping that it will work better today. But this is what my bat looks like. You can see them a little bit better than last time, but see all the little teeny tiny tabs down here at the bottom? I make a new one each week, so these are all the dates: July 1st through the 6th, July 8th through the 13th, and so on and so forth. And then right next to that, oh, and let me explain, the reason why I do that is because it helps me to be able to go back and see what I did, so that I can make any adjustments if I need to. And also it just helps me keep track of different activities that I'm doing and names as well, people that I'm reaching out to. I did, however, start creating more tabs down here at the bottom. You'll see this one, well, you can't see, but it says exposures. This one says fitness blog exposures. I started looking up fitness blogs and reaching out to people that had them to form them. This tab is forms. This one is invites. This one here is leads, because I do make it a point. You can see I just started doing this recently and I need to get better at this, but I do make it a point to try to call my leads every week just to see how they're doing. And what I have here is just their name and then notes, if I left them a voicemail or if I needed to follow back up with them. This next tab that I just clicked on to open is my Coach Prospects tab, and this one is my Challenge Prospects tab. This one is a tab with all of the information for my personally sponsored coaches, that survey that I sent you guys, and these are just the people with their answers that had sent it back to me. And this last tab is where I keep track of my samples that I send out. And don't worry, I'm going to go back and explain what all of those are, but I at least wanted to, sorry, I need to go back a little. I at least wanted to give you guys a brief overview of the things that I've added. So within my business activity tracker, it's what most of you guys are probably using. I have the same first section: inviting, adding 1 new person to my contact list. I do 4 exposures a day personally. I also added in here leads calendar, to make it a point to reach out to my leads via text, email, and phone call every week. I also have on here to form 4 people a day, invite 4 people. I reach out to one of my top coach prospects to let them know I was thinking of them. Then I follow up with 10 coach prospects a day, follow up with 10 challenge prospects. Then I follow up with 2 non-responders, I call them. Those would be people that I've invited to a challenge that haven't responded to my message. And then I follow up with 2 forms and 2 exposures. And you can notice in here that I have a lot of following up. And that is because the fortune is in the follow-up. We'll talk in more detail about that in another one of our videos, but it's very important to keep reaching out to people because it shows them that you care about them, that you were thinking about them. And I've had to follow up with people several times before closing them on coaching or a challenge. So please remember to do that following up. If you need advice on that, I'm more than happy to write your messages for you. That's how I learned exactly how to do everything with the help of Lindsay, so just let me know. Moving forward, I also reach out to one of my 90-day challengers every day to see how they're doing. I spend 15 minutes a day on all of our group boards. Let's see, that one's about my social media posts. I post 12 times a day by uploading stuff to Hootsuite. I ask for 1 referral a day, clean out my inbox and messages, email all of my challengers, then of course proof that the product works. And then under my personal development, I've added different things. I'm doing a training with Sandy Krakowski right now. It's called Soho, so I do that. I'm recording these Push to Diamond videos for you guys. Also to check in with my team to see how I can help, connecting to the online office to read the news feed, implementing other projects that I'm working on. And then I have a few weekly items that I do. I do videos, calls, one-on-ones, things like that. I make sure to run my coach sales report every Monday. I also do a weekly like page ad, which we'll go into more detail later. Listen to the coach call, and then I also do a weekly video and blog post. So now I'm going to dive in. Oh, one last thing. Down here is where you can put all of your current challengers with the program that they're doing. I won't scroll all the way down, but that's just a great way to keep track of them and what they're doing. Next is the exposures tab. Let me scroll all the way to the top. Hopefully you can maybe see this. It's blurry, but you can get the general idea. Sorry, this camera's shaky. This column is where I put the date that I reached out to them, the name of the person, and the social network that I reached out to them on, whether it be LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, what else is there? Instagram, things like that. Let me go back. And the ones that are highlighted, I highlight the people as I follow up with them. So as you scroll down more, I'm going way, way down here. So you get to these people that I am still following up with. The fitness blog exposures, that I literally just do the same thing as the exposures tab and just write down the name and the person's website of the blog that I found. The forms, it's the same general idea. I put the date here in the left column, their name, the social network here to the side that I reached out to them on, and then I highlight as I follow up. Inviting, same exact thing. The date, the name, highlight as I follow up. The leads, I kind of already showed you guys. I put their name, the date that I called and the details of the call. My coach prospects tab. Here on the left side, you can see that these are my top 25 coach prospects. These are people that I think would make really great coaches. So what I do is I have them as my dream team, and then I have other people on all these tabs that have expressed interest in coaching before. And this one I do a little bit differently as I follow up with coach prospects. You can't really tell, but I will bold them, like this little section right here. Oh, that was weird. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. This is what I did today, and that's how I keep track of them. Challenge prospects tab. I'm actually working on organizing this week because it needs some massive help. But you can see over here that I have the months at the top: August, July, June, etc., etc. And with this, I just make mine red as I follow up with them. And what I'm going to start doing to be better organized is to put next to their name what they were interested in, whether it be a 5-day, 12-day challenge, or whether it be a specific challenge pack. The coaches tab, I literally just put the different sections from what was on the survey that y'all saw. Of course, I have your name with it, the training that you've done, your goals, the time you have this month, how often you want me to check in, etc. And feel free to use that survey with your team as well, guys. And then last is the samples tab, and in this this tab I just put the person's name, their address, the date sent, and then the flavor that I sent. And what I will add this week as I fix this is also a date that I followed up with them, and then my next step would be to invite them to a challenge. So I know that this was a really long video, and I'm sorry I didn't intend on it being that long, but I really feel like this was very vital information that helped me to stay very organized when I didn't quite feel that way before. And it might be like an organized mess, but it's way better than the system that I was using before with my bat. And I think that this really might help some of you guys. So I'm going to shut up, and thanks for listening. We'll talk about this in the group.